Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. Say hello to my little friend. He seems a little angry today, if you don't think so, yeah. Yeah, this is my little monster. He used to. His buttons broke now. I'm back. This is one of the kids' old toys. One of my grandsons. He used to, his arms used to go up and down with his button in the back. Anyway, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and nobody. Ratted out, looking for work, on the job hunt. Not having any real luck still. I'm not sure what will go on. But anyway, it is September 26, 2016. Monday, almost afternoon. It's still morning. It's 11:33. The weather is 82 degrees. It's kind of nice right now. A real feel is 96. The high will be 87. And the low will be 71. So, I haven't even had to wet down my shirt yet. So, that's a good thing. Let me get out my cheat sheet. Or cheat notebook. You guys see it. You know, I told you guys I was wanting to save the previous pages to look back on. Well, this part got kind of wet, so those pages got ruined. So, oh well, it's no biggie. I always have these videos, right? Yesterday I did take a short nap. Still working on just the real short one. While I was taking a nap, the cable and the internet went out. If you guys are all part of that big Comcast outage, I don't know, my husband's not home, but he has this one app that he put on his phone that tells him if there's major outages, and it was like a good portion, about a third of the United States. They got it up later that night, which I thought, oh, we better hunker down because we might be, without internet for quite a while, but it's all good. I had my regular soup yesterday, and I had my salad for dinner with some chicken thigh on it. So that's all going fine. I did do some looming. Let me get out my looming. I'll move my Kindle. This is going to be a hooded cowl. And I'm working on one part of it right now, which is this part. You can start seeing the variegation on that lovely pink there, and that's pretty true to color. So I love it when you see it variegating, because it's so subtle on this ball, but when you're working it, yeah. So this will be one part. You have to go down to 27 centimeters until you go to the next step, and then you start binding off all but like 13 pegs, and I'm not sure what comes after that. Like I said, I'm learning along with you guys. Like I said, type in hooded cowl for loom knitting, and you'll find the video. So I'm excited about I always love doing new things. So it's like when one of my friends, like Leanne Live, says something about loving a hooded cowl or something, then I love to, okay, let me try that. So Brett and I played some cards last night. We played some gin rummy. I beat him by one game, and we were watching anger management while we were doing that. So that was good. I felt better yesterday. I wasn't as down, doing a lot of work on myself and stuff. And one of the beautiful things was I've been talking more with a cousin of mine. I don't know where we all fall in rank with each other as far as family and stuff. I don't care. Family is family. But I've been talking more with her, and I really have been loving that. And I'll go more into that, But that really meant a lot. So, but I want to say hi, Julie. Hi, Julie. I so enjoyed our conversation and stuff, and it made me feel so good. I really appreciate that. And, someday hopefully we'll live close to each other. There's somebody else I was going to say hello to. I can't remember who. Hopefully it'll come to me. Hopefully it'll come to me. And, I hadn't said anything before. But guys, please give your condolences to Marnie if you guys know her, because they've had a loss in their family. She had her granddaughter was stillborn, and it was a very sad thing. So please give your condolences if you guys know who I'm talking about. Go over to her channel, or if your friends was on Facebook, please send her condolences. It's rough on that whole family. Also, I wanted to give a big shout out. Brad was talking with one of our longtime friends. We just love this lady and her husband, Nancy and Clarence. Clarence has had some health problems and things aren't looking good. I just want to tell you, Nancy, that I wish I could give you a big hug. And we're praying for you guys, and we're keeping you in our thought. And don't hesitate to reach out. Brad really enjoyed talking with you last night. Brad worked with her for years and years, and I worked with her for a short bit at my grandfather's bowling alley. So really love her and stuff. So just wanted to say that. I just got done doing the pedaling exercises. I was doing my legs, and don't you know that darn right pedal keeps coming unscrewed. So you're pedaling along, and all of a sudden you lose your foot pedal. So I got it screwed in enough that I could do it with my arm, and if you go the reverse way, then it kind of screws itself back in. But I think what I'm gonna have to do is ask Bradley to glue that in, because it keeps coming unscrewed. So, but I got that 15 minutes done, a little bit over. My edema is getting better and better and better in my leg. The open wound and stuff is now closed. We've been treating it with peroxide and stuff. I'm taking an antibiotic, so that's all good. We were talking with one of our neighbors, and she had said how mad she was about the pool being closed, and I agree with her. I had shown you guys a few days ago the picture of that pool, how green and slimy, and it's just been left like that. They did not drain it, they haven't cleaned it or anything, and this is since the hurricane. And, like she was saying, this pool was supposed to be open till October 1st. Now, everybody else that's a full-timer here also does not swim in the pool in the summertime because it's so full of kids and stuff. And while we all love kids, and this is not a adult only RV park, it's just with pandemania. And so you look forward to when the kids are finally back in school that you could go over and take a swim. But they closed this with no notice or anything. They closed it way early, and to not drain it and not clean it, I mean, if I was a new camper coming into this campground and I saw that pool, I would not want to be staying here at all. That's just disgusting. And it makes you wonder what kind of breeding is going on in that pool, as far as mosquitoes and stuff. And it's just, she said she gets tired of things not being fixed here or taken care of. I mean, it's like they finally got in another washer. I told you guys we have 3 washers and 3 dryers. Well, we were down to 1 washer. Well, they got in a new washer, and they hooked it up, but they didn't bother to balance it at all. So it's really too bad, because you look at this spot, you think it really should be, it's a beautiful area, a beautiful spot. It really should just be full up. It's about maybe 1/4 the way full right now, but it's because there's no maintenance. So, it's sad. Last night, like I said, I got to talk more with my cousin, and I didn't realize she had picked up years ago about the blatant favoritism of with my parents, with my other sibling. And she said that's basically why she quit talking to him and stuff. It made me feel really good because, I explained to her that most of the family doesn't even know I exist, and made me feel really good that she had picked up on and said that's why she no longer cared to, because just not even knowing me, just seeing how they were talking about me, and she just made a connection last night. That's who they were talking to, is this cousin of hers that she loves so much and enjoys so much. So it just really made me feel so good, because it's something I've battled. And that brings me to today's topic, is words can leave the biggest scars, especially on your heart. I've never had a good relationship with my mother. She's always seemed to basically hate me being alive, me existing, and I'm not sure why. I have a few suspicions. But you know, the things that she would say to me that really scarred me emotionally. You know, when your mother tells you repeatedly she wished you'd never been born, like I had a choice. you know, or, I mean, I realized later in life, as an adult, there was nothing I could do that would ever gain their acceptance. I went to school, I became very educated. They still didn't accept me. I lost all the weight and stuff, still didn't accept me. You know, I kept going through what I call jumping through hoops. And didn't matter what you did, and then your sibling can be the biggest, excuse my language, but fuck up in the world. And it's okay, you know, they're there, you know. I haven't even heard from my parents in 3 years, and you know, that's just what it is. We're estranged. And I mean, if people wonder, you know, why would we move so far? When you realize how narcissistic a parent is, and how you know, they don't care how much they hurt you. It's like, for instance, if I hear that a family member or a friend has said something awful about somebody else that I'm friends with or that's in the family, I normally won't run to them and say anything. Or if it comes up in a topic of conversation, I may say, yes, you know, I was told things, or I heard things, but I won't tell them specifics, because why do I need to? I don't need to hurt them more. I don't need to hurt them more at all. And, you know, they would blatantly go out and tell me, you know, oh, that my grandmother said something horrible about me, or, you know, another family member, and, I mean, they just have done so many things repeatedly, especially my mother. I mean, I don't know why, from even an early age, we're talking 5 years old, my mother had even deemed me to be, basically just such a disappointment in her life. And it's just like, I mean, but you have to take a step back and go, those people are really messed up. They are really fucked up in the head, you know. And there's never been any acceptance of me at all. I mean, my family also, part of the reason they always have kept me hidden is they have deemed that, for some odd reason, because my mother's an old obese woman, as well, always has, you know, basically has been. I mean, she's lost weight off and on, and you know, it's just in our family genes, but that they were ashamed of me, because number one, we don't have a lot of money. Not that they do, they like to pretend. My brother's even gone around and said that my parents are millionaires, and it's like, really? You know, but that because I was obese, you know, and for a long time I bought into that. And then it's like, wait, I see other people around, and, you know, they have a daughter or son that's big, and they still love them and accept them and want them with them and stuff. And it's like, you know, it's just, it really does scar your heart. And you may say, well, you're 52 years old, why aren't you over it? We are all different, and sometimes you do so much self-blame because basically you've always been blamed for stuff. So you kind of take what I call echoing in your head of what people have said that have been the cut downs. and the tear downs. You know, and you keep doing that echo pattern, you know, and it's like, at some point in time you have to say, you know what? I'm not what they said. They're the ones that are fucked up. You know, they're the ones that enjoy hurting people. And, you know, I've heard them say such awful things about other family members and turn around to their face and act like they're best, you know, we're a loving family. And it's like, I'm just not that way, and neither is my husband, and much to our family's horror. You know, we're not going to do that. So, but anyway, my point is, if you've come from a family like mine, don't let the words keep repeating in your head. Realize that these people need help. They probably never will get help, but they need help, and it's not anything that you've done. So, can you heat up some soup too? So, I mean, everybody say hi to Brad.
Hi, Brad.
He got mouthful of food. But that's all you can do. It's just, you know, turn off that repeater and realize that these people are the ones that they're wrong. I mean, I even read in my mother's diary, you know, how as a child you'll go snooping. And I had read where she had said they were doing some genetic testing on my brother because he had those mongoloid lines, and I don't know a better phrase for it, so forgive me, on his hands. And that she was so disappointed because she wanted at least one of her children to be intelligent. And I was about 6 years old at that time, and I thought, wow, you know, just, you know, but it's sad because I really wanted for the longest time to have a relationship with my mother. Who doesn't? I see other people and they have family relationship and stuff, and I always kind of wonder what that would be like and stuff. And in Brad and I's cases, he comes from a messed up family too. And then I have a messed up family. So if we had either one of us had come from a stable, loving family dynamic, when we saw the other family, it would have been like, whoa, that's really messed up, you know. But both of us coming from really messed up and kind of similar in some ways not, backgrounds, we thought, well, okay, then it must be us. There must be something horribly wrong with us because, you know. And no, it's not. It's just, I mean, like I referenced to the overeating and both of us having been very large. Well, you know, I still am, but, you know, he isn't. You know, he's kept off most of his weight. You know, it can be bad because while you accept each other and you don't chastise that person or look down on them, sometimes you end up trying to love them with food. So anyway, I hope any of that helped. It sure does feel good to connect with a family member and have you know, full acceptance. That really made me feel so much better. I'm very family oriented. I always wanted a big family. I always wanted really nice family dynamics. I used to love doing the family dinners and stuff until I realized that nobody really wanted to stay, and the reason they didn't want to stay is because on my husband's side of the family, they all, you know, well, okay, they're all alcoholics, you know, his siblings and stuff basically, and we didn't serve alcohol, you know, so, but, you know, that's a whole nother issue. But it just feels good to have a connection and have somebody to talk to about stuff. Because while Brad's my best friend and I talk to him, you like to be able to talk to another woman. I mean, it's like Brad likes to go outside and chit-chat and stuff with his guy friends around here. You like to be able to talk to another woman. So, you know, that was very nice. And I hope that we continue to do that, Julie, because that's really neat. So, anyway, and if you've messaged me lately and I haven't answered, it's because I am working through some of my own issues, And so right now I'm having to kind of take a step back. It's not that I don't care or anything, but if you haven't heard from me, also friends with Brad, just check in with him, and he will, you know, as much as he has time for, he'll answer. He just got home from his job hunt, no real luck still. So we'll just keep praying on that, you know. So anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship, and I'm going to sit down this afternoon, or probably this evening, because Brad needs a computer here in a little bit, and answer all your comments. So hope you guys have a great day, and I think you're awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad. Did you say hi to Nancy and Clarence?
Yes, I did.
You are so good.
I did, and Marnie and
cool.
Julie.
Cool. Hi, Marnie and Julie.
Yeah, well, I told them about Marnie, granddaughter.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I didn't go into details. That's not my thing. But she had already made an announcement on. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.